Hey everyone, and welcome to Battlefield 2042. The game is finally officially revealed, and I'm very excited to share with you everything you need to know about the game in this video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is Battlefield 2042. Battlefield 2042 releases worldwide on October the 22nd, 2021 on PC, available from Origin, Steam, and the Epic Games Store. It's also being released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and also PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, there are some minor differences between console generation versions, but I'll cover that off for you shortly. The year is 2042, which hopefully you would have guessed by the name of the game. The world is on the brink of collapse. Shortages of food, clean water, and energy has led to many failed nations, leaving people with nothing and creating the greatest refugee crisis in human history. Among these are those known as no-pats. Families, farmers, engineers, and even soldiers who have no country to live or fight for. Well, that is until now. Amidst this world-changing crisis, both the United States and Russia draw the world into an all-out war. Devastation everywhere, with both sides looking for any or every advantage they can get. This is where the no-pat soldiers have a choice to make, with the best of them known as specialists given a choice. They can join a side. They can join both sides. The choice is theirs, as they're not fighting for a flag, they're fighting for the future of all the non-pats in this new world, which may actually be better off without a superpower running the show. Battlefield 2042 is the next generation of Battlefield, powered by cutting-edge technology that pushes the capabilities of next-generation hardware. The game drops into a near-future all-out war experience that includes the franchise's hallmark game-changing destruction, which means plenty more only in Battlefield moments for sure. Featuring matches filled with up to 128 players on the newest generation of consoles, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, this unprecedented scale adds a new dimension to multiplayer battles. For players on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you'll experience all that the game has to offer, except your multiplayer games will be maxed out at 64 players, and the maps accordingly. Battlefield 2042 also ups the action with the inclusion of real-time events that can reshape the battlefield in an instant, meaning that tactics of combat style will have to adapt accordingly. There are loads of new weapons, vehicles, and gadgets to use, upgrade and master of course all of them, and all of which will give the players the freedom to be strategic in their own personal way, creating many jaw-dropping gameplay moments which will be seen across the world, especially on probably YouTube Shorts, TikTok, so beware of those. Battlefield 2042 is coming. When it comes to gameplay, what do we know so far? Well, there's going to be 3 distinct standout multiplayer experiences that will be included in the game at launch. The first of these is All-Out Warfare. This is the next generation of fan-favourite Battlefield modes that includes Conquest and Breakthrough, featuring the largest maps ever to be created for a Battlefield franchise, and for the first time, as mentioned already, you'll be fighting with up to 128 players on the larger maps. Experience the intensity of all-out warfare in these insane large-scale battles like never before, with the maps being filled with dynamic weather, dangerous environmental hazards, and spectacular world events. Battlefield is definitely going to the next level with all-out warfare. The second multiplayer experience comes in the form and shape of Hazard Zone, an all-new, high-stakes, squad-based game type for the Battlefield franchise that is a modern take on the multiplayer experience, but very different from All-Out Warfare's Conquest or Breakthrough modes. But to be clear, this is not a Battle Royale mode. For me, the name leads to a mode where areas of the map are sectioned off, removed, meaning squads have to navigate accordingly, so maybe this is the next step of moving on from the Battle Royale genre, and will this kind of gameplay mode be the new must-copy strategy for all other games moving forwards? The third and final mode is yet to be announced. This is being developed by DICE LA. It's another exciting new game type for the franchise. They say that this experience is a love letter to Battlefield fans, and one that longtime players will feel right at home with. What it is, I have no idea, and to find out more, we're going to have to wait and tune in to EA Play Live on July 22nd for all of the details. On a side note, there is nothing in this reveal that says anything about the rumoured mobile game that's in development. Will this be another mode that comes to the game at a later date post-launch with that Battle Royale offering? Is Battlefield missing out on not having a BR, or are they just leading us on with more surprises planned prior to launch? Only time will tell. Make sure you let me know down in the comments what you think. Should Battlefield have a Battle Royale mode? Let me know yes or no. So to play all of these multiplayer modes, we're going to need some new maps, and Battlefield 2042 is delivering on this in a big way. All of the maps have been built for the next generation of Battlefield, and with new technology, these massive maps have been able to be designed and brought to life unlike anything made for Battlefield before. The scale allows for an incredible gameplay experiences, offering the player a choice of how they want to play. Land, sea or air comes to mind, with vehicles looking to play a massive part in these much larger scale environments. I guess we'll be seeing plenty of rendezvous in the near future. Conquest and Breakthrough will be available to play with the 128 players on the latest consoles and PCs as previously mentioned, and as we say, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will be optimised for 64 players to still ensure epic battles. In terms of the gameplay opportunities and landmass, this is the biggest and most sandbox-enabling Battlefield ever built, and that's without even going into the other two multiplayer experiences and what they'll offer. Battlefield 2042 will launch with 7 maps for the all-out warfare multiplayer experiences, and these are as follows. We've got Kaleidoscope, which is set in Sogdo, South Korea. A city in flames where huge skyscrapers tower above, and I'm sure these are going to play a pivotal role in the gameplay as forces here will clash to control a quantum-powered disinformation hub after an attack threatens the global network. Manifest is set in Brani Island, Singapore, and players will see a strategic flashpoint emerge as global trade chokes this location, which is vital for the American supply lines. Cranes, docks, and based on the image, a nighttime setting. This map looks like it's going to be a bit smaller than Kaleidoscope, but offer some incredible options for gameplay. Orbital is set in Kourou, which is French Guinea, and sees the battle here rage over a rocket launch site as a controversial space launch becomes a race against time, and yes, that rocket is going to play a huge part in how this one plays out for sure. Think only in Battlefield moments. There's Discarded, set in Alang, India. Here you see shipbreakers facing tidal extremes as factions fight to secure rogue nuclear assets. Old tankers and ships means plenty of close quarters combat for sure in this one. Renewal, set in the eastern desert Egypt, means players will be fighting for a groundbreaking agriculture technology centre in the Egyptian desert, where a huge wall divides the play space into 2 very distinct gameplay arenas, one filled with sandy dunes, with the other being as green as it possibly can be. I'm guessing your choice of player camo could be key in this one. In Hourglass, you'll be in Doha, Qatar. Shifting sands and a lost shipping convoy tear a city centre apart. Another distinct colorization for this map as those sands roll on in, and this map looks insanely large based on the image, with the stadium being engulfed in sand and the city in the distance all playing a part in this gameplay. There's also a fighter jet in the distance, meaning that this is for sure a larger scale map. And finally there is Breakaway, set in Queen Maudland, Antarctica, a mountaintop station that brings back so many vibes from Damavan Peak in Battlefield 3. You're going to struggle over oil and gas that pushes soldiers to the brink as an industry clashes with nature and ice gives way. Base jumps are back for sure on this one, with fighting taking place on many levels of the mountain and in the skies. There seems to be a great mix of maps here, each with a very distinct look and feel, offering so many options when it comes to the type of terrain, environmental changes that can occur, time of day that the fight takes place, and of course, many options for how the only in Battlefield moments can be delivered. Currently, after seeing these, I'm going to be expecting rockets exploding, huge sandstorms, avalanches, skyscrapers falling, and so much more. And on top of this, any new locations added to the game post-launch will not be behind a premium battle pass. They will be accessible for all players. So we know the background of the game and the maps that we'll be playing on, but who are these non-pats that we'll be playing as? Well, players will jump into the boots of Specialists, an all-new type of playable soldier for the Battlefield franchise. Inspired by the traditional 4 Battlefield classes of Assault, Engineer, Support and Recon, Specialists will be equipped with their own unique specialist trait and specialty. Along with that trait, they'll also have a fully customizable loadout, being able to be used any gun that is available. Battlefield 2042 will launch with 10 Specialists, with the first 4 that we know about being the following. When it comes to Assault, we have Webster Mackay, born in Canada, but now of course a non-pat. His speciality is a grappling hook that looks like it will be very helpful making your way around the map, especially when looking upwards, and his trait is being nimble. Pretty sure that this will be a class used by many when people finally get their hands on the game, and I would also be very interested to get your thoughts on the grappling hook. Let me know down below in the comments whether you're a fan or not. For the Engineer, we've got Peter Guzkovsky, born in Russia, but also better known as Boris. His trait is being able to operate sentries, and that's lucky as his specialty is an SG-36 sentry gun. Support is covered by Maria Falk, a German combat surgeon who can use her S-21 Siret pistol to heal teammates with just a pull of a trigger. and hopefully a reasonable aim. And then finally for now, we've got the Recon specialist Wikis van Dijl, better known as Casper, South African born with a movement sensor trait to help him out if he decides to camp it out and someone tries to sneak up behind him and steal his tags. Plus he also has an OVP recon drone to find his enemies from a safe distance to then switch back to his rifle and pick them off one by one. These are just 4 of the specialists with plenty more to come, along with, I'm sure, many more characters from all around the world for us to play as either announced before launch or coming as part of the post-launch content. All these specialists need an arsenal of gear, weapons, vehicles, and with a setting of 2042, it's allowed for the return of cutting-edge technology in Battlefield, which we've not seen for many years due to the last games being set in World War I and World War II respectively. A huge vast array of weapons to choose from: assault rifles, pistols, SMGs, sniper rifles, rocket launchers. The list is going to be long and hefty, something for everyone for sure. One really cool feature that will make adapting to any situation or environment on the go is a brand new plus system, which allows players to customize their weapons in real time, adjusting and reacting to situations on the fly. Change out your weapon's scope, barrel, ammo type or underbarrel attachment for the situation you find yourself in, meaning if you want to change that 3 or 4 times scope to a red dot as you move into a building or an area that will deliver close quarters combat, you can do it with the click of a button. A very nice addition indeed. Really looking forward to finding out more about this and all the weapons that will be in the game at launch, along with plenty more being added post-launch as well. Battlefield 2042 also of course provides a range of vehicles, and from what we've seen there'll be plenty to choose from, whether that be land, air or sea, helicopters, tanks, APCs, planes and many more. Utilising a call-in tablet whilst in-game, players can request land vehicles to be delivered to any location on a map, meaning it won't just be about those available at spawn locations. Vehicles also incorporate a more team collaboration, with every seat having a vital role to play in battle. From anti-air seats, to spotter seats, to gunner type seats, the more players that occupy a vehicle, the more opportunities a squad can utilise. Vehicles will play a pivotal role on the battlefield and also deliver plenty of those only in Battlefield moments. As previously mentioned, Battlefield 2042 will have plenty of additional content to unlock at launch, and also post-launch. There'll be a battle pass for each season, which over the first year, there's going to be 4 seasons with 4 battle passes, 4 new specialists and new locations along with fresh new content. Each battle pass will include both free and premium tiers. The aim is to keep the community playing together in new and exciting ways, and that is going to be incredibly important to EA, DICE and the Battlefield team ongoing. Each season will push the narrative of the world forward whilst also having a steady stream of new content coming into the game, so players will also have something new to chase. So as it stands, and from what we can see from the reveal and announcement, Battlefield 2042 will be fully multiplayer focused, but without a battle royale. There's no single player campaign or story, but a narrative driven by each season throughout the year post-launch. 3 SKUs for the game will be made available: the Standard Edition, Gold Edition, and Ultimate Edition. For the Standard, if you pre-order, you get early access to the open beta, Baku ACB-90 Epic Melee Takedown Knife, Mr. Chompy Epic Weapon Charm, Landfall player card background, and Old Guard tag. Now that, of course, also just includes the base game. Included in the Gold Edition, you get all of the previously mentioned, plus early access to the game launch. You've got a cross-gen bundle, you get 4 new specialists included in the Year 1 Battle Pass, and of course, 4 Battle Passes included for that whole first year, and then 3 packs: Blistered Earth Bundle, Cold Blood Bundle, and Tempest Bundle, each with their own character skin, weapon skin, and also vehicle skin, and from this we can see a hovercraft, a tank, and a plane. And then finally you've got the Ultimate Edition, which includes everything from the previously Standard and Gold, but also the Midnight Ultimate Bundle, character skin, weapon skin, and that looks like a dog sentry. All I'm saying on that so far, it's something pretty darn cool. Along with that, you also get an official digital art book and exclusive digital soundtrack. All in all, from what I've seen, I'm extremely excited to get my hands on this game as soon as I can. When that is, who knows, but hopefully it'll be before the official release on October 22nd. There is an open beta planned pre-launch, as you can get early access to this by pre-ordering the game. The next information we're going to get from Battlefield is going to be at EA Play Live 2021 on July the 22nd, where we'll hopefully find out plenty more about the game and also the first look at Battlefield 2042's second multiplayer experience. This is Battlefield 2042, and I cannot wait to find out more and also play this game. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video and what you saw. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Subscribe for all things gaming. Stay safe out there. And I'll speak to you again very soon in another video.